Broncos 22, Wigan Warriors 60 in the final in the shades of round number 4. And London Broncos, you can walk away from this with your heads held high. Mike Eccles at full time, a little bit despondent. I wouldn't be, Mike. I thought you played really well, especially in that first half. You gave the champions a real good scare. You stood up to them toe to toe to go in at half time 22-10 down and then come out in the second half and get that early score to be 22 points to 16. Who'd have thought the game would have ended at 22 points to 60? Wigan did run away with it in that last 20 minutes, didn't they? But lots to be happy about here for me if you're Mike Eccles. Yet again, they've been competitive. They've scored 22 points against Wigan. Let me tell you now, there'll be a lot of teams, whether it be home or away this season, will get nowhere near that. And people might say, you know, I can hear the saying telling fans now, yeah, but it was half a Wigan side. Maybe it was. No Marshall, no Smith, no French. And, you know, perhaps, you know, Mike Eccles' team thought, you know what, we can have a go at this. They have the likes of Eckersley in there, Fairmont in there, of course, Forber in there, you know, and Zember and Hill were on the bench. So, yeah, there might have been a bit of optimism in the London Broncos ranks at the start of that game. And in the first half, I thought they stood up really, really well to come out in the second half as well and get the first score. At that point, Wigan are probably thinking, hang on, boys, you need to pull our socks up here or else we're going to be properly embarrassed. Nobody expects Wigan to lose at London. Of course they don't. And of course they didn't in the end either. I have to give great credit to Will Lavelle. Wasn't that one of the best set-up moments of the weekend? Beautiful. It was almost like it was an American football quarterback here, son. Have that Lee Kershaw. And Kershaw says, yeah, thank you very much. Goes in for his second try. Both of Kershaw tries. Very easy on the eye. I thought the Jordan Williams one was good. I'm liking Williams. I have to say, I am liking him. Good try. 10 carries, 75 metres from him. 3 tackle busts on the day. I'm liking a bit of Williams. I have to go as far as to say that. And of course, Jacob Jones with also a very gritty try, wasn't it, from Jacob Jones? So, lots to be happy about. Eccles said in his post-match press conference that, his team are sub 200 Super League appearances between them. Compare that to some of the Wigan boys who have got, are edging to that amount of appearance on their own. And he's absolutely right. We must bear in mind that London, they're doing it tough. They're doing it tough. We know, and they'd be the first to admit they don't compare to the Wigan Warriors squad. They don't. But my lord, did they have a good go at it? So well done to London. Personally, I really enjoyed that first half, and it made me want to see the second half. When they went in for that first try in the second half, I'm thinking, hey, up, here we go. I thought they were lucky on 17 minutes when Fenton Rogers conceded a penalty to Patrick May to Tyler Dupree, and then Dupree, and I think the next set goes and scores his try. I thought that was a key moment in the game. I thought they were a bit hard done to there. That said, karma, because I think on 22 minutes, Patrick Mago got a try chalked off that for me looked like it was a try. But there you go. But, the old saying goes, doesn't it, that forwards win games, the backs by how much. Not in this game. The forwards win games, and they dictated by how much. The Wigan Warriors pack in this were quite simply dominant, fierce, unbelievable. Simple as that. To a man, the pack of Wigan Warriors in this game were the best players on the field by a country mile. How many times do you say that? How many times do you watch a game of rugby league where you're thinking, hang on, the forwards are winning this? Yes, Field had little glimpses here and there. Miskey had some nice moments as well. And tries were had from the likes of Wardle and Kieran, but they were cakewalks, quite frankly, those two. The real grit, the real win in this game for Wigan was their forwards. And when you consider, they still have players out, the likes of Liam Byrne, Ethan Havard, no Mike Cooper in this one. Cade Ellis was also rested. So you think of what else they've got to come in. But let's give credit where credit is due to these Wigan forwards. Let's go through them one by one, starting with Luke Thompson. Thompson, for me, again, outstanding. His minutes in this game, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I think he played the lion's share, if not the whole game. 130 metres, 14 carries from him. 30 tackles in D as well. He had the most tackles of any forward for the Wigan Warriors. He was brilliant on both sides of the ball in this game. Tyler Dupree, a try and a really nice assist as well. 15 carries, 114 metres from Tyler. 7 tackle busts and a clean break from Mr. Dupree. Mago, when he came on, some really nice cameos. Unlucky for me not to have 2 tries. He got his 1 try. Mago in this, 20 carries, a lot of work, 116 metres from Patrick, 6 tackle busts from him in the game. He also got a clean break as well as his try. But also the understudies. Last season here on Super League Raw, we waxed lyrical over Junior and Zember. We thought he is a real talent, and he is a real talent. In this game, came on, he did 7 carries, got 84 metres. That's 12 metres a carry. You can't knock that. You really can't. But I'm really impressed with Harvey Hill. For me, Harvey Hill last year was in the shadow of Nzemba in terms of, from my perspective anyway, as not a Wigan fan from a neutral. I was really impressed with Nzemba last year. Harvey Hill, didn't really see, he was going to be a great player, no question about that. But I thought Nzemba looked the better of the two. But in this game, Hill, absolutely fantastic. I think he scored with his first touch of the ball. He then went on to get a second try that was really, really nice as well. He got 89 metres from 11 carries. It's still 8 metres a carry. And in his little cameo, he got 8 tackle busts. 8 tackle busts. Incredible from Harvey Hill. And Semba wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. You know, he managed 4 tackle busts, but yeah, I mean Harvey Hill in this one. What a brilliant performance from the young man. Absolutely superb. Wasn't it also nice to see young Eckersley, you know, put on the afterburners? Ash Handley-esque. Off he goes, Mr. Eckersley, down the field of play. Great to see youngsters in any squad really shining on the Super League stage. And I thought Eckersley played well. Ferryman was good. You know, didn't do anything wrong in the game. Nice little setup for one of the tries. He was thereabouts, so I was quite impressed with him. But yeah, all in all, this was just an assured display. Like I say, Wigan were panicking, no doubt in my mind. Wigan were panicking, especially with that try just after half time. They must have been thinking, oh dear, you know, we really need to pull our socks up, and pull their socks up they did. I thought Meadows for the London Broncos again. You can see he's an organiser, some wonderful communication behind the ruck. Go and have a look back at the game. You'll see he's constantly putting them in where he wants them. You know, he's a good player, this lad is James Meadows. Keep an eye on him as the season goes on. Great to see Alex Walker back in a London Broncos shirt. I'm really excited to see what he can deliver. Yes, this was a cameo from him. He didn't really do an awful lot when he did came on the field, but you've got to remember he's just come back from injury. I think as the weeks progress and he gets a bit of confidence back, I think we're going to see the best of Alex Walker, and I'm really, really excited by that. Reece Butterworth, of course, on loan. I thought he was okay. Nice little moment where he brought the ball out of backfield from, you know, really he should have been tackled in goal, but no, he managed to get back, and I thought that was good to see. When you see any player on loan, you know, putting in that level of effort, it's always good for the heart and for the spirit, isn't it, of those around him. Thought Fenton Rogers was okay. I have to say, Williams, really impressed with Williams. Lavelle I've already give notes to in dispatches. Did they lose a little bit by putting Maludi at fullback? Possibly. I think, you know, Walker's return is key in that area going forward for him. But like I say, London, I think they're winning a lot of friends. They're certainly winning a lot of friends for me. I think Mike Eccles as a bloke, I mean, Steph Sale says it in the Final Whistle podcast. You can go and download that today. That is available for you on your way home from work, whenever you want to listen to it. The Final Whistle podcast. Great debate over the round 4 games had last night, and it's there now for your listening pleasure on our Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. Go and download it. Go and have a look at that. But yeah, I think, you know, Steph said that Mike Eccles is a stand-up guy, and I don't know Mike myself, but really, really impressed. Every press conference he's given, he's honest, he's fair, but I think, you know, he needs to just give himself a little bit of respite. I thought they played really well, especially in that first half. There's lots to be happy about if you're a London Bronco. Are they ahead of schedule? 100%. Are they going to cause some upsets? Without doubt. We put a poll out yesterday on the fans forum. Who's going to finish bottom? Castleford and London. And at the moment, the fans forum are saying Castleford. And you can see why, because between London and Castleford, which team looks the most competitive? Which team seems to be fighting for every minute? And again, I've got to give credit to London again, even though they lost this game convincingly in the end. They played right until the end. They didn't give up. Compare that to Castleford in terms of, you know, their body language and what they were all about. You're not seeing that from London. They're really digging in. They're giving it a go. That game at the end of April between London and Castleford, oh, dearie me, that's going to be viewing, isn't it? Really looking forward to that game when that one comes around. So anyway, Wigan, superb. The champions get another win. Congratulations to you. Who am I giving my 3 points to? Well, here it comes. I'm giving it to Luke Thompson because of his minutes. You know, what a shift Luke Thompson put in yesterday. He might not have scored a try. He might not have got an assist, but my Lord, did he lay the platform for them. 30 tackles in D as well. I thought Luke Thompson was a gladiator. I'm going to go Dupree over Mago. That might hurt a few. I mean, look, you could argue for any of the prop forwards of the Wigan Warriors. You really, really could in this game. I think you really could. But I'm going to go with Dupree. Why? He scored his try. He's got his assist. 15 carries, 114 metres, but he also did 24 tackles in this game as well. And I'm going to give the 1 point, not to Mago, but to the young man, Mr. Harvey Hill. Really, really pleased for Harvey Hill. I think it's right. You know, we like to recognise really strong performances from our youngsters here on Super League Raw. We gave Hanley, of course, a point in the league game. We're going to give a point here to Harvey Hill, and I think it's fully deserving. Yes, one of his tries was quite straightforward, but 2 nicely taken tries. You've got to be in the right place at the right time to score them. 19 tackles in D, 8 tackle busts, 1 clean break. He also managed to put himself 11 carries, 89 metres. I thought Hill, really good. Great performance. You could argue that maybe Mago's performance rivaled it, but come on, youth has its value when it comes to giving points out. I think, you know, Mago will not mind me at all giving this 1 point to Harry Hill. Do you agree with that 3-2-1? sure, if there was more points, if there was a 1.5 or a 2.5, we'd probably be giving it the entire pack of the Wigan Warriors. They won this game. Don't you worry about that. Superb performance. Matt Peake rolls on. It's a great win. Wigan back at the top. They're there to be shot down, aren't they? The likes of Saints losing ground this week. There's a big hunting pack there on 6 points. Round 5 is going to be fascinating. Don't forget, Final Whistle, available for you to download. The news is coming later on this afternoon. Super League Raw Weekly is back tomorrow night live, 8 p.m. on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Do not miss that. There are also going to be announcements of the new In Conversation guests that are on the way. You don't want to miss that. And, of course, the usual merriment and the chat. Where else are you going to be on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock? Super League Raw Weekly. That's the place to be. We hope you've enjoyed round 4 in the sheds. We're wrapping it up for another round. And we're only a couple of days away from the next round of Super League. Hey, it is Christmas. We'll see you next week for more in the sheds.